there are a lot of different perspectives on the self-love, that taking care of yourself and doing XYZ is the self-love. And like, okay, fine, yeah, I agree with all of those things, but I think that there is a much more deeper meaning to the self-love. That is a deeper sense that makes you as a strong person. That is also a kind of the self-love, and we almost forget about most of the things when we talk about the self-love. So I am here to speak about a few things that I believe that is a part of the self-love and is a way of showing yourself the self-love. Let us just begin this. So the number one thing is that following your intuition. So when you follow your intuition, you say to yourself or you show to yourself that you trust yourself more, and you are also trusting the universe more. So this is like, you don't need any kind of the validation, or you don't need any logic to approve your decisions based on the intuition that you make. So it is like, it might seem like most of the times, just like all of the decisions at first, they seem like all the risky decisions. The decisions that you take by the support of your intuition is also kind of the risky thing, that you might seem like, I'm not having any kind of the logic to support that one thing, but I just know it somehow. And that is how you show yourself a strong bond with yourself. You show that you trust yourself. And it comes with most of the times, like when you are aligned with yourself, then only you will be able to follow your intuition, because it needs the alignment, because it is not too loud. So the intuition that you're following is never a loud voice in your mind. It will be always a subtle, and it will always, it is not going to control you, or it is not going to force you to do something. It is just going to be informing you. It is just going to be redirecting you. So that is the thing that it happens. And when the times the things go wrong, before getting wrong, you will always have an intuition inside of you that is telling you that it is wrong and it is not going to work, or something it is going to tell you that is exactly right, but you didn't believe in it because you didn't followed it. Like, you just wanted some logic to make it sense, but it doesn't have to make sense immediately. It just have to be there, and you just have to believe in that one thing. And most of the time, when you just don't believe in that, you just regret it later. And that is the intuition, that is what we need to follow. And I think that is the trusting your own voice, your own little voice that is inside of you, and you trust yourself more, and that is the way of showing yourself love. The second thing that is there, that is the kind of the self-love, is determined and disciplined in some kind of things. So if you are disciplined and getting the things done, so when you do the things, and this is not about perfectionism, so it is about that you are doing the thing, you are trying your best to do the work, and you just do it, and you just are making an effort to get the things done. And that is the discipline that is every single day that is required. And that is just most of the time when it is done. While you're doing any kind of the work, you will be like, okay, I'm just doing up the work and there's nothing, like you just don't have that kind of the feeling, because it is just the work that you're doing and that's it. So that work is also a kind of the love that you're showing to yourself, that you are making an effort to bring the potential and the light that is in there. And that is also kind of self love. And that is also a tough love that Robin Sharma has spoken in many of his books. So a lot of the times we don't consider the work as a self-love, but that is also a way of showing self-love to yourself. The third thing that I guess is to be open to the beauty of our life. Okay, so this is something again which is going to make up the bond stronger with the universe that you're having. And this is like saying to yourself that I'm open to all of the miracles and all of the sparkles that are coming in my life to receive all of those things. And you are saying to the universe indirectly that I trust you. And that is the thing that is most of the time skipped away because of the daily life routines or the chaos in our life that is going on. But this is the thing that means that opening up yourself for the beauty of the life is means that you are accepting each and everything that is happening in your life, that is good or bad. Everything is happening that is in your life right now is going to be good for me, is there for the growth of me, and there is something that I need to understand in this one thing, and that's why it is happening. So that is the way how you open up the acceptance of each and everything that is happening, even the good, even the bad, everything that is going on there. So when you accept all of those things, you are allowing yourself to grow. And so here's the thing, the life does not get automatically beautiful on its own. The life gets beautiful when you accept all of those things as it is, and you let yourself feel what you are feeling and the way you are feeling. So everything needs to be not twisted and turned in order to be make it perfect. You just need to accept it as it is. And it is like not making yourself extremely positive or bypassing up the negativity. It is not about that one thing. It is just about making yourself feel what you want to feel instead of bypassing all of those things. And the beauty of the life is more about the trusting, believing, and accepting. So in that case, you can just ask yourself that what is the feeling that I'm trying to bypass, or figure out that what is the thing that I'm not accepting. That could be the thing that you can ask. So the fourth thing that is a kind of self-love, I think, is standing strong on your values. That most people don't talk about this one thing, that this is a kind of the self-love that you show to yourself. And I think that it is a kind of the tough self-love again, just like the discipline. So when you are standing strong on your values, it is most of the time tested when you are in the difficulties, and it is not tested when the life is going on smoothly. So when the life is giving you the difficulties and trials, when all of the peoples are against you and standing against you, then that is the real point of the test, that do you believe in yourself enough to stand strong on your values, that how much you are standing strong, and how much you love yourself, that you don't abandon yourself when somebody else is not agreeing with you. So that is the real kind of the self-love that you show to yourself, that respect, and that is the love that you show, that okay, I'm not going to give up on my values just because they are not agreeing with me. That is the thing that I think is really important when it comes to the self love. And this is what is making you like, you are not allowing the noise from the outside to affect you and affect your values. So that is the kind of the stuff self love, because at the point when nobody is standing by your side, then how much you stand by your own side, that is really important. The fifth thing that is there is really beautiful, is that living in the satisfaction. The one person who lives in the satisfaction is living in the present moment, right? So this is like, I'm not saying that when you are living in the satisfaction, that does not mean that you are not working anything or you are becoming of the lazy person. The person is not lazy or not doing any work, is not a kind of that, does not falls in that satisfaction category. The satisfaction here means that The person is not trying to chase anything in their life. They are just like, you are just trying to live in the present moment with whatever the thing that you're having, and you're good and happy with that. So that is the kind of the self love, that satisfaction that you are having inside of you without hurrying for anything else. So when you do the work and you are not hurrying for something else, and you are living in the satisfaction, that means that whenever you are having also the abundance in your life, then also you live in the kind of the minimalistic way. And this minimalistic does not means that only from the outer perspective, that only the clothes or the materials or anything like that. It means that your inner desires are also very less. That means your desires are not running wild, and you are satisfied a lot in living there. So that is the thing that is really a great peaceful thing that you can have in your life. And I think that when you live with that kind of the satisfaction, you inherently become a lot much more unaffected by the outer world. So you are much more satisfied with living in there. That is the peace of your soul that you are living in with. So that is the, I think, the greatest sign of the self love that you can show to yourself. And yes, so these are the things that is the greatest signs of the self love from my perspective. See ya and bye bye.